For me, it's very hard to think about things as being individual challenges because I've been doing this since I was 17, 18, and you don't think of it as a challenge. We had issues with damp because the property is sat on shillet, and shillet either lays flat or it bends depending how it's been formed in the earth, and then that will challenge the water to come upwards, which is what we had in where we're sat now. That was easily, in my view, easily sorted out. Took a lot of work. It was tanked with a special blackjack bitumastic slurry, which has 3 or 4 coats. You allow each coat to dry and it forms a rubber like that, big rubber seal all the way around, which is a bit like a swimming pool. So that solved that issue. Digger John, who's been doing my digging now for 20 odd years, amazing digger driver, came up with his mate who had a big 20-ton dump truck, took off the top of the wall, was saving that stone, started taking the earth to push it into a pile because we were obviously going to take that to another job. I've turned around and just heard a and I'm like, spun round, and considering I've known Digger John for so many years and he's out in the sun all the time, he was as white as these cupboards. So I turned around again. I thought the wall had fallen into the road, but we'd been very careful to take the damaged bit off. Turned out there was a 8-foot circle in the ground, 30 foot deep. It was a well. If I stretched my arms out fully, I couldn't reach the edge of the well, and it was 32 foot to the top of the water. So when the digger was just feeding in like this, pulling back the earth, it all just disappeared down. We reckon we lost 30, maybe 40 ton of stuff into the void that was here. And I've now linked it where if you look up and see the drain pipes coming down, they now drain into the well. So we have a natural soak away. We had a little issue with the bay window, which is now where the entrance door is, because somewhere in the house's history they built a new wall on top of the parquet flooring and then put a new UPVC window on top of that, and it wasn't fixed to anything. It was literally just the lead on the flat roof was holding it to the house. And my wife Sam, who does a lot of knocking about, had a great big 4-foot jumbo gorilla crowbar, and she couldn't shift it and she was having a bit of hassle getting the last bits out. So I told her to leave it, and a week or so later I came back and I'm swinging on this great big crowbar and I've looked up to see daylight. The whole front of the bay window and the house was moving. The original bay window used to fit in here, and it was sat on the parquet flooring as we discussed. And I was kind of stood here with the great big gorilla bar, and I've gone like that and looked, and I could see daylight. Like my arm went through the wall and the whole thing was gone, just fell out into the garden. So what we did was I put new foundations in, which took the bay out another 300, and put these 2 beautiful side panels and door, which give you this beautiful view out towards Launceston Town Centre.